Ocean man, take me by the hand, lead me to the land.
From sea serpents to late surviving extinct organisms to giant octopus, this phenomena was coined Blob. Joy. Number 1.
Burger King foot lettuce.
The St. Augustine monster of 8666. The St. Augustine monster was a reported carcass which washed up on shore in where else? Anastasia. You had one
small loan of $1 million.
Job. Due to its close proximity to the city St. Augustine, the corpse was named the St. Augustine Monster, or Blob.
Last Christmas, I gave you my heart.
The very next day,
You gave it away.
December 1st, 1896. The object was said to be 6 feet tall, 6 feet wide, and
21
feet long. A big boy indeed. He believed the carcass belonged to a large octopus. Photographs of the carcass were taken but were overexposed, thus not allowing us for much detail to be made out. You had one job. George Grant, owner of a hotel on the island, wrote a short article describing the carcass, which was published in the Pennsylvanian Grit on December 13th. The article was accompanied by a horribly inaccurate drawing, which included eyes, a tail, and numerous other elements fabricated by Grant. Grant creates a fanciful description of the carcass, describing that the specimen was disfigured in a ferocious and fierce battle with a sawfish and sharks.
I saw this
Octopus,
in half.
which badly cut off its tentacles so that only stumps remained.
Now that's a lot of damage.
Taking it seriously enough to give it a proper scientific name, Octopus giganteus.
How original!
60 meters in life. Holy crap, that's as long as a Titan or the height of Godzilla.
Those things are for real?
How about new?
The sad beast was sprawled across some rocks at Raleigh's home head in the southeast of the island,
They ask you how you are, and you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine.
lying on its belly. Local fisherman John Peace. After this, the carcass rotted away to basically nothing, and very little of the carcass was salvaged. The only surviving remains were a few vertebrae, the skull, and one of the creature's quote-unquote legs.
You had one job.
Believed the animal to be unidentified and thus declared it a new species, giving it the name Haldreus poptami, I don't even know, pepper.
You win some, you lose a few hundred.
I lied, I'm dying inside.
The translation meaning Poptopodon's sea snake. That answers 4 of the 6 limbs. So what about the third pair? Easy. They were the shark's...
No.
The claspers of a shark are a pair of leg-like copulatory...
Please, Larry, you don't understand. You don't know what you're doing here.
...organs used during mating. And even if it wasn't, it's not entirely out of the question to believe that a possibly large unknown subspecies of basking shark or even closely related species exist. Heck, it's more likely than an megalodon. Next up, we got the infamous Moore's Beach Monster, or the Santa Cruz Sea Monster of 1925. Oh yes. This one is super fascinating, not because of the creature and the mystery itself, but because of the countless lies and misinformation concerning the carcass spread around by the internet and TV shows. One in particular.
Lost apes. Remember?
The animal had a huge head, a beak like rostrum, and tiny derpy looking eyes.
Hey, that's my family you're talking about.
What? According to his explanation, it would have died 6 million years ago, was trapped in ice somehow, ended up in a northern glacier, dislodged itself from said glacier, and floated its way south, defrosting until finally the poor creature was released and washed up on the beach at Santa Cruz.
Excuse me, what?
Hey, sounds logical to me.
You are being too logical.
Number 4. And let's end this episode out with a somehow worse mystery than the Moore's Beach Monster. Yeah, really. The Ataka carcass of 1956, also known as the worst mystery ever.
Hey, that's...
Shut the fuck! Someday I'll get my revenge, John. Fine in hell, you deprived floozy. Now I die.